Hello, hello, it's Joe from Joe's Rush Shop. Well, okay, this is it. It's still December the 1st. So this is Kim's Custom Garage, the Christmas group build. I got it done. The car done at least. There's a trailer to go with it that is like, I'd say like 80% done. I want to do more with it. And I just don't have the stuff here to do it. I procrastinated too long. These are just some cheap dollar store trees I bought that I might make a little diorama. That's what I want this to be eventually. But the main car is done. So that's what we're going to look at today. So anyhow, that's just some trees. I went with the AMT 63 Nova wagon. Let's come down here and take a look at it. Now what I went with is a Toys for Tots theme. Now, for those of you that don't know, especially Kim might not know about this, Toys for Tots was a thing started by the United States Marines in California, LA. It was started in 1947. Now, what they do is you donate toys and they're given to needy families. So it's usually an unwrapped toy. In the United States here, Kim, at most stores and a lot of other places around town, there's these big white boxes. I'm not sure what color they used to be. And they got the logo here on them. And when you're in the store, you throw them in the bin. And then, of course, the Marines come around and collect them and distribute them. So, I made this car like a nicely restored 63 Nova wagon that a Marine owns. And the graphics, hey, in the real world, they might be those magnetic vinyl signs or cling wrap. You know, just something he does during the Christmas season. You know, and maybe the rest of the year goes to hot rod shows. He may put them on in the summertime when he goes to a show and collect off season. But anyhow, painted it to me bright red and racing white, which is a slightly off white. Came out pretty good. Got a couple imperfections. I think there's a little piece of hair right there that got stuck in it. Once it dries a month or so, I might be able to fine-sign that out. I had some decals, custom made by STS Decals. So there's one in the rear window. That's a gopher decal. So I'll put the Once a Marine, Always Marine bumper sticker on. California plates, since this did start in California. I didn't want to over-stickerize the car, so there's the logo on the door. And I ordered a bunch of these little dollhouse miniatures. 1/24 scale, so they're kind of big. But as you can see, there's board games, a cootie game, a Yahtzee game. There's a bunch of games, in fact. Hold on, let's get off the mount here so I can move the camera more freely. Let's see what else we got. Oh, there's a hands down game. There's a Monopoly game on the floor. But I added some other toys. Oh, there's a big old bag of M&Ms on the seat for the driver. There's a little toy car in the back. And a little toy telephone. That's the telephone that comes with this Nova. It's in like red transparent plastic. I said, hey, it looks like a toy phone. So I left it. Oh, there's a monkey in there. Like a big toy stuffed monkey type thing. I don't know where I got that from. Let's see what else we got in here. Like a cooties game. With the decals, it's kind of hard to see. Oh, the Tonka truck. That's a very large Tonka truck. But I know they made them that big. And there's a stuffed bunny in the back. The bunny comes from one of the AMT kits. And there's a game of Clue in the back of the dump truck. That's one of those smallest. They have smallest Hot Wheels. They have smallest Tonka. Smallest Jenga. I got those at Big Lots. And yeah, I got some money into that because they were like $5.99 or $6.99 a piece. There is, I don't know if we can see it or not. Come around this side. If you look straight down, there's a little car, race car. That's a world's smallest Hot Wheels. I put a little piece of antenna on it to make it like an RC car. Oh, there's the squirrel that comes with this. See him back there? His little eyeball looking at you there? That's the squirrel that comes with this car. So, made it look like a stuffed squirrel toy that was donated. There's more cars in here. I bought some of these are those trophy cars that come on top of the trophies. See, there's a little, come on, focus, there it is. There's like a little 32 Roadster there in blue and red. There's some of those trophy cars. I just painted them like candy colors. And there's another game, Mousetrap game in there. So yeah, that's kind of what I went with. There's a little, there's the telephone and the another little Roadster. But yeah, and of course I used the decals that come with it for the dash. All that good stuff. It will focus it a little clearer. There it is. But yeah, went with the red and white theme. Made it look like a nicely restored car. I did the moldings. Oop, my finger got there. For some reason, GM did this thing where it was black up to here, then it was white inside the chrome, going down the rest of the way. So I duplicated that. Detailed the grill, put a 63 plate on it. There we go. Black washed it. The engine is the stock engine. Let's see if I can get that hood open. Of course, it's bare metaled. Let's just do it this way. There we go. Let's see the engine. I didn't wire it or fuel line it because this is going to eventually be a part of a diorama. And it'll be in one of those little protective cases. So I'll probably actually eventually maybe even lightly tack the hood on. But I just detail painted everything. You know, just gave it some various colors. Got some dust in there already. Amazing how that just clings to plastic. And there you can see the defroster vents. And I took the seat pattern decal. And I know that's probably not accurate to the 63, but I wanted to give it a little more life. I went with stock wheels. Oh, if anybody builds this, I think somebody else already addressed this. Come on, focus. If you use the locating holes they tell you to, oh, it's going to be sitting up there like this. So yeah, I had to like relocate them to make it work. In fact, I got to clean that up a little bit because I had to kind of cut them and just glue them on there. And see, I marred up some of the paint, so I got to touch that up a little bit. And I got to go along with a toothpick. I just did this molding before I started the video. So once that's dry, I got to take the paint off that got on the raised edges. I mean, you barely notice it, but I know it's there. But that is my Christmas theme. It's a little salute to the Marines and a salute to their organization, Toys for Tots. Now, see, there's that big old dump truck in there. That thing weighs. It's die-cast part of it. I think the body and the dump bed, and it actually tilts, but I glued it down so when I flip the car over, it doesn't rattle. Everything in there is glued in place. See, you can see more cars in there in the back. There's the little one of those trophy cars. Yeah, some are cut down trophies and other, well, it was some girl online. She sent me some resin stuff she casted. And what they were those little trophy cars. She must have cut them off a trophy and cast them separately. And they're not perfect. They got little chunks missing, but for this application, they were perfect. So some of those are her, 2 of those are her resins, and the other ones are trophies I had in kits that I tore apart to make the toy cars. So I got those, but I had the money in the decals I had custom made. Then I had those that tiniest Hot Wheels and that tiniest Tonka, which I think they were $5.99 and $6.99 a piece, something like that. So I had like almost $12 or something and some odd cents with taxes into there. But yeah, there's the monkey back there. He's just chilling in the back seat. Little toy monkey. There he is. But that is my car. So Kim, it was an honor contributing to this. Merry Christmas to you and yours. But yeah, I'm happy with it. But the trailer, oh, before I forget, yes, there's a trailer. I kind of gave it a matching paint job, and there's Mitzi. I used the spoke hubcaps that come with the kit, because the wheels that were supposed to go with it never showed up in my kit. So I'm going to wood that floor, either paint it or use decal. And I got to put cargo in it. Now, however, the toys I bought here, these board games, she didn't have any toys, just board games. They're folded over, they're photo reduced, and she wrapped them around little pieces of balsa wood or pieces of silica gel to keep them from crushing. Now, she sold them two ways, already folded and glued together like that, and you got like 10 for $6 or whatever, or for like $5 you can get like 20 of them that weren't folded and glued. You have to cut them out, and I got a bunch of those in the model room there. But even then, I can never fill this, and I don't want all board games. So what I think I'm going to do with the trailer, the reason I'm not using it yet is A, I don't like the hitch that comes with the Nova. I think I'm going to buy a Iceman's or somebody else's resin piece or 3D printed, tongue and hitch, and make something more realistic. So that's one thing holding the trailer up. Plus, for the cargo, like I said, I could maybe use some index cards and make the donation bins and fill it. And then what I could do is make a false bottom and, or false top, so the box is only that deep, and I don't have to fill it with as much. But the easier way to do it is maybe just cut some cardboard or whatever, scrap whatever in here, and then make a tarp over top of it. So you just see the lumps. You could tell something's in there, but you won't see it. So I won't have to buy and make all those toys, and I could just make a tarp. Had I more time, I would have at least made a hard tarp. Put anything under there at all, laid it over there, but I wouldn't have time for it to dry for the presentation. And I also have some green pipe cleaners that I make some green garland, just, wrapped around those handrails for look. So the trailer will get done eventually. There's a Toys for Tots logo with Santa and the Marines logo. Plus it needs taillights and a plate. Like I said, it's not fancy. The underside's just kind of, basic, but I am planning on putting it in a case when it's all done. And I'd love to find a 3D printed Marine in dress blues. Not necessarily standing at attention, maybe with his hands out like he's, putting a toy in the box, or maybe he's giving a toy to a little kid if I get a figure of a kid. I'd like to make a little diorama like that, like, this is at the donation center. But that's kind of what it would look like when it's all done. With the trailer, I'd probably pose it at an angle and have a sign here, Toys for Tots, U.S. Marines, Donation Center, something like that. Maybe a light bit of snow on the ground, just some tire tracks, like a dusting. Maybe a Christmas tree over here, and maybe a Santa figure. Who knows? Something Christmassy. But I never really did a Christmas-themed model before, and, well, this is it. So I hope you all like it, but I think it really came out sweet. It's going to look really good once the trailer is done, but yeah, like I said, this thing weighs. If I pick it up where I normally pick it up, you can see how it slants back. I got to pick it up here, and I'd say it weighs, with all those toys in there, and that die-cast stuff, because the little Hot Wheels car is die-cast too, part of it. It probably weighs as much as, like, a couple Hot Wheel premium cars. It's got some definite weight, and there's Deuce. So, okay, I know I said I've been going, but it's already 14 minutes, and this is really slow to upload today, my video from earlier. And like I told in that video, if you didn't see that one, the reason you're not seeing my kazoo intro anymore with the montage of cars is because my phone app that I use to edit videos and upload them doesn't like this phone, or they've changed something or whatever, and it ends up making that tiny little, baby-sized screen of everything I make full screen. So what I do now is I just make this with the phone and just upload it straight. But, yeah, that's it. So, hey, talk to you all later. Kim, I hope you approve, and I'm going to go take a shower and relax for the evening. I wanted to get home, eat dinner, and finish this so I could post this while it's still the first. So, and it is. And even if it takes a couple hours to upload, you know, it'll still be the first one that's done. Oh, one more thing. Did I show you the other side of this? I didn't go crazy. I more or less went with a, you know, undercoated, restored, slightly weathered look. Just plain. I didn't go crazy. Something I rarely do is use stock wheels and tires. I mean, God, I can't remember the last time I ever did that. But, you know, for this car, I just want to make it look like some U.S. Marines, you know, collector car that he had restored. And he uses it to promote the organization. A wonderful organization. In fact, in my description, I'm going to put a link to, you know, a little documentary or video on it, so you can see what it's all about. Deuce, quit attacking the shadows. He's such a dork. Deuce, you know you're a dork, right? Deuce, hey, say hi to everybody. No, you don't play with the trailer. Hey. Deuce, hey. Hey, over here. I want to hear Mitzi crying. All right, everybody. Well, hey, good night. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.